Hey there, thank you for tuning in to another edition of Man with the Show. I'm Zane, your host. We're back again. Took a little time off to do some technical work to our systems, but we're back. We're back fully again, and hopefully very soon we'll be back live as well. That's coming soon on there. But here, breaking on this, we discussed this before. We talked about the release of the Mulan movie onto the Disney Plus channel, that they're going to be charging $30 for it, which I thought was ridiculous amount for a movie of this statue on there. They could have released this in drive-ins. They could have, to recoup some of their money. Maybe they are. We don't know. So far, from what I understand, that so far they haven't released their totals. Curiously, and I wouldn't doubt why, for the Disney Plus streaming site. But even though the Disney numbers are not there from Disney Plus, we could see that basically, according to Box Office Mojo, the movie's grossed overseas about $6 million, roughly, for a movie that's over $200 million to make. That's not good, and I don't think $30 a pop on Disney Plus is going to make their money back on this. I really don't think so, and especially since they announced they're going to make it open to Disney Plus without the $30 fee in December. So why should I be paying the $30 now? So I don't think I haven't heard, I know a couple people that have, but pretty much it's been mostly reviewers that have been paying that $30. Now are they getting it from Disney Direct as a sponsorship or not? I don't know. But as far as that goes, I really haven't heard anybody say, well, I'm really excited on there. But there's another problem with this situation, and it goes deeper into the movie itself. And this one is going to create a controversy that's going to be really echoing through the Disney company. Now, we know the story about the Disney Mulan and that it's based in China and stuff like that. And what we didn't realize is that basically the Disney Mulan movie was shot in Xinjiang, if I'm pronouncing that right. Now, if you're not familiar with the province, basically, how can I put this right? Basically, this is the area in the Chinese country that basically is housing over 1 million Muslims against their will.
Ask you why people are kneeling, blindfolded and shaven and being led to trains in modern China. Why? What is going on there?
I do not know where you get this videotape. Sometimes you have a transfer of prisons and prisoners, in
using them as slave labor camps. There's been talk of rape. Also, basically, women being sterilized.
We're talking threats of internment for those who violate birth control policies. We're talking detailed population information systems, mass physical exams, mass pregnancy checks, and now evidence of mass forced sterilization of females.
Hair being taken and sold on the market, on the regular market. For those of you who like getting your hair wigs from China, think about twice, especially since the United States seized a lot of hair weave products from China recently within the last couple of months, because basically they're using people in slave internment camps to do this.
Are global brands such as Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, Nike, and others using products made by ethnic Uyghurs under forced labor? A report by an Australian think tank claims that is the case.
I mean, just not only that they're doing this, that they shot this in this territory. If you go over to the credits, which I have a screen grab of the credits. Now, let's start with the bottom section of it, and it says the American Humane Society monitor the actions, that basically they said, well, we protected the animals on the set, but meanwhile, go several levels up on there to the highlighted section, and there's, of course, the top level says China special thanks. Well, let's start off with the top, really. Supervised by the China Film Company Corporation. In other words, you had the Chinese government monitoring what was being filmed, number one. And the main part of it, and you look at it, and this is where you get it, Publicity Department of the CPC Xinjiang, I even can't pronounce it, Uyghur Autonomous Region Committee. That is the organization that is holding these Muslims in internment camp. This is like saying, okay, we're not going to say the words of the World War II bad guys. We'll say Razzies again. This is like the Razzies did in their internment camps many years ago during the Second World War. And meanwhile, Disney thanks them on a screen grab here. Thanks them in the credits. How is this a thing that Disney allows this? That Disney sits there, that they promote diversity, they exclusions, all this stuff that they said, oh, we were with the people, we protect, we do all this stuff. But meanwhile, they sit there and talk about thanking part of an organization and filming in a country, in a section of the country where slavery, where basically internment, that they're doing things to people, that they're basically, just trying to cancel a complete religion out of their country by interning these people in a prison. Where is the UN? Where is the freaking other governments? Where are everybody that sits there, that complains about all these situations, about racism and all this, that they don't sit there and look at this and say, why, Disney, are you doing this? Now, I'm not saying for you out there, this is your choice, whether to watch this movie, not watch this movie. I mean, you had the lead actress that was with the Hong Kong police who basically was stopping pro-democracy in Hong Kong. This showing you what direction this production went. Why, did this happen? And like I said, you as the viewer here, you're watching my show, you have the choice. You want to watch it? Fine. That's all that. Think of where this is on there. We have concentration camps, Muslim concentration camps happening in China. When people say, take down this statue, take down that statue, they want to revise history. This is the reason why you don't take those statues down. Because we completely repeat, let me calm down for a moment. We completely repeat sins of the past. And here we go again, that we're taking a race of people, a belief of people, putting them in concentration camps, trying to sterilize them, use them as slave labor, torturing them, constant day in and day out, and all for the dollar amounts of another company that makes a movie in their country for the dollars to hit their bottom line. This movie, for me, I refuse to watch this movie. And, like I said, you, the viewer, you have the choice. But me, Zane, Man with the Show, we will not review this movie. We will not watch this movie. We will not promote this movie. Disney needs to understand, and the rest of Hollywood, you cannot bow the knee, be stepped on by another country just so you can make a buck. Now, I'm getting a little upset here, but that basically is, the hypocrisy that happens. This is why we don't have good movies. John Boyega is coming out. He said, he got screwed. He literally got screwed. If you look at the posters of Star Wars, America versus China, they took John Boyega and put him into the background because we know in China they do not like blacks, period. Plain and simple, they do not like black people. They're very racist in that country. Now, I'm not saying all the people in China are racist against black people, but the people that condone this, that they're on top of this, especially the government that constantly does this. If it was me, I owned a movie company, I wouldn't give a shit about China. I would not give them the business. You know the way I would handle this, how I would get my movie into there, like they were getting the movies into this country illegally straight through. I don't condone, what they call it, torrents or anything of that nature. But let me tell you, if I was a movie company, I wanted to make a couple bucks, I would figure out a way of getting the movie into people, into that country via the streets, instead of giving the money to the government, giving it, because basically the government controls everything in China. People don't realize that. You cannot have a business in China. This whole the whole thing on the side with Apple versus Epic Games, situation. Not to take away from it, but basically, people chastising Apple, not realizing Epic Games, 50% of it is owned by China. It's owned by Tencent. So when Apple pulls the game, Fortnite, stuff like that on there, and you're complaining about it, think twice before you chastise Apple for doing it. Okay, Apple may be doing it for the money. Yeah, obviously. But also think about where the money that Epic was making is going to China as well. We need to tell these guys to stop bending the knee, stop sending these movies to China, stop making them in China, condemn the concentration camps. Tell the UN they have China on their Human Rights Watch as a member. That's like putting the Razzies on the freaking board. Come on, really? Really, truly? I mean, I'm going in all directions here, but I'm being straight out. Disney has gone really, really stupid right now. They've gone into stupid mode, looking for a buck. And they're not going to make it. They're not going to make, if they walk out breaking even, I'd be surprised after learning about this. And looking back at that credit, to give the thanks to the CPC, the agency that is holding these people hostage. When is this going to stop? So, comment below. I do apologize for being a little angry, but to see something of this nature happening from an American company, that they're bending the knee to the Chinese, making a movie about China. You did not have to shoot in the China province. You could have shot it in you could have shot it in Malaysia. You could have shot it in Taiwan. Taiwan would have pissed them the hell off if you shot it there. Plenty of other places in Asia you could have shot this movie in. But no, you had to shoot it in there, so you were able to make China happy, because you make money off the backs of concentration camp workers. So comment below, hit that like, hit that subscribe, keep this conversation going. If you want to be angry, be civil, still be angry about it. Because, this is why Hollywood is crashing in flames. This is one of the reasons why. Politics. You can't make movie when you're doing all these things on there. And there's a lot more toward Disney that Disney's doing in the back scenes. Now, like I said, it's your choice. You want to see the movie? Fine. I have nothing against anybody seeing the movie. Me, Zane, me and my family, we will not see this movie. We will not spend a dime, a penny, not even when it's made free. We will not see this movie. So keep the conversation growing. We need to pass this video on to others. I mean, really, because not a lot of people know this yet. I mean, it's just hitting the mainstream media, finally, that they're picking up on this and putting this out, because this is very, very important. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being there. We'll see you on the next one. Maybe I'll be a little bit more calmer. Who knows? It's a crazier story than this might come out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Be seeing you.